Hi, in this video I'd like to show you how to enter data into Almyta control system. For convenience, ACS functionality can be accessed through 10 tabs as you see up here. Probably the most frequently used tabs are Orders and Inventory. A tab is further subdivided into groups. For example, the Inventory tab is divided into Activities and Lists. Groups contain buttons. There are three kinds of buttons. Large buttons, like this Item Master button that takes you to the Item Master list. Small buttons, such as this Search Item Master button. And multi-choice buttons, which you can recognize by the downward arrow to the right of them. As you can see, simply clicking on the button opened up the warehouse location screen. Clicking on the downward arrow to the right of the button opens up more choices. This particular drop-down list gives access to various reference records, like categories and units of measure. Okay, now let's look at entering data into the system. I'm going to use the Item Master List as an example. The Item Master List screen is an example of a screen that shows all of the different fields of a single record. For example, manufacturer model is a field. We can modify the data in it, or in this case, put data into it by simply moving the mouse over there and clicking. Then we can start typing in the data. Notice that once we started typing data in, a little pencil icon appeared all the way to the left of the screen. The pencil icon means that the field is being modified, but the new data has not been saved yet. Clicking on the pencil actually goes ahead and saves the data. You can also save the data by pressing Shift-Enter on the keyboard, or by clicking on any other field. It's also possible to undo a change. If you press the Escape key on your keyboard, changes to the current field will be discarded. And if you press the Escape key a second time, changes to the entire record will be discarded. This will only work, however, as long as the pencil icon is still showing in the left of the screen. Adding a new record is easy. On the screen that shows one record at a time, like this Item Master List, we can add a new record by just clicking the yellow plus sign button in the top left of the screen. We will be asked to enter an ID for the new record. The new record appears on the screen. You can also see it listed in this drop-down list that shows all records of this type, the type in this case being inventory items. Now, if we want to delete a record, we can do this by clicking the trash can button that's to the left of the yellow plus sign. We're given the choice to either discontinue or permanently delete the record. Permanently deleting the record completely gets rid of it. Discontinued records, on the other hand, can be restored later. Okay, the item is now deleted. It will no longer appear in any list of inventory items. Some screens, like the warehouse location screen, show more than one record at a time. Adding records to and deleting records from such screens works a little bit differently. To add a new record, we could just go to the next available row and start typing in data. To actually save the new data, we need to click the pencil icon, hit Shift-Enter on the keyboard, or click the mouse on a different record. To delete a record from such a screen, click the record selector that's all the way to the left of the record, and hit Delete on your keyboard. You will be asked to confirm your decision. This may be a good time for me to point out that some records cannot be deleted. This is particularly true of reference records like inventory categories. I can create a new record, but nothing happens if I try to delete it in the usual way. However, to prevent the record from appearing, we can uncheck its Use checkbox. There are a couple more things I'd like to show you. Let's go back to the item master list. Notice that the On Order field shows 0. If we double-click on it, a screen appears that shows all purchase orders pertaining to this inventory item. And as of right now, there are none. So let's make one. To do so, let's go to the Orders tab and click the Order Details button in the Purchasing group. This opens the Purchase Orders screen. We can click the yellow plus sign button to make a new order. Some fields are mandatory on certain types of record. For example, the supplier field on a purchase order. Almyta control system will not allow us to select inventory items to put on this order unless we first select the supplier. Okay, let's go to the Inventory Items tab of this screen. We can add a first line item to this order by picking from the drop-down list. Let's order 30 units of raw almonds. Okay, now if I right-click anywhere in the column that's called Item ID or Special, Almyta control system will show a list of screens that pertain to inventory items. Clicking on any item in the list will take us to that screen. On the other hand, right-clicking in any column besides the inventory item column opens up a list of choices that pertain to sorting, filtering, and finding data. For example, we can sort data by alphabetical order. What we have just seen is not unique to the purchase orders screen. On any screen that looks like a spreadsheet, right-clicking on an inventory item column will open the menu of inventory-related choices, and right-clicking on any other kind of column will open a menu of sorting, filtering, and searching options. Okay, let's go back to the Item Master screen. Notice that the On Order field now shows 30 units. This is from the purchase order that we just made. If I double-click on the On Order text, a screen opens that shows all purchase orders which pertain to this item. There's our purchase order. Now if I double-click on that, I will be taken back to the purchase orders screen. Okay, thank you for watching.